Hello everyone, welcome to the FPL Trio Team Review Series. And this is Game Week 15. As always, I'm joined by my co-hosts Daniel and Michael. Michael, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Week's gone very fast and looking forward to all the games that's coming up. How about you, Daniel?
It's going great as well. Weekend's coming up. Yeah, as you said, excited to watch the games. And yeah, Pulkit, you good too?
Yeah, good too. Apart from this mishap that happened with us. So we are recording this for the second time. Let's hope we can keep this one safe and have a good run over here. All right, so let's review our teams for Game Week 15 and we start with you, Daniel.
All right, so another gray arrow. I rose just a tiny bit in rank. That's the theme in the last few game weeks. So in defense, everyone, actually, no, they didn't all blank. Raya blank, Gabriel didn't play. So Rico Lewis came on, who got a goal and a red card. So 4-pointer. I know it finally got to the attacking return, but no clean sheet for Wolves, obviously. And then Dalo also blanked. And then in the midfield, Salah was my captain. I was asleep at the deadline, so I couldn't change that. But the price was on Bruno, who got 9 points, which was really good. He also got subbed after 75 minutes, which was a bummer. He was playing well. But yeah, 9 points is still good for a captain. And then Palmer, the hero of the week, 18 points. People who did captain him, rose through the roof. And then Saka blanked, Rogers blanked, Evan Wilson blanked, and Cunha blanked. So yeah, a super small green arrow, and hopefully we can keep that up.
Yeah, sounds good. By the way, if I remember correctly, Daniel, your vice captain was on Saka till we recorded our video last time, right?
Yeah, Saka or even I think Rogers at one point. So yeah, I ended up changing it to Bruno before I went to sleep, which was obviously the right decision. So yeah, good thing I did do that.
Yeah, I guess that was a bittersweet decision to make.
Yes, true.
Yeah, makes sense. And yeah, gray arrow again. So let's hope there are bigger green arrows.
Yeah.
Right? Then let's look at your busty.
Right, my bus team. I'm winning the transfer. I also subbed in Joao Pedro for Rogers. He's playing Palace. I think Pulkit, you were saying that last time at Palace have been doing good, but I feel like Forest away from Villa could be a tougher fixture. And then Rico Lewis is suspended anyways, and Greaves doesn't play. Right now, my captaincy is on Palmer, but again, like we spoke in the initial recording, it's a contest between Palmer and Salah. Right now, I'm leaning more towards Palmer at maybe like 70, 30, 65, 35. But yeah, they both could hold massively.
Yeah, looks good. And I think we discussed about Gabriel already. Now that the press conferences are being done already, do we have something that indicates Gabriel could start?
I did not check actually if I said I had his, check it now. But yeah, I don't think unless obviously we get told that it's a long-term thing, I probably hold on to him. And worst case for next week, not this week, like Rufen Lewis can come on if Gabriel doesn't play. And I know both of you, Michael and Pulkit, you were saying that Man City have the second worst defense. So Bruno could be like the ultimate differential.
Yeah.
But that's personally, at least, that's not the route I'm going to be going to. Even though City have been playing super rubbishly, I feel like the others are way better an option.
Would you want to consider Saka as captain, or is it more Palmer and Salah this week?
He has an outside shot. I don't know what happened before I sleep tonight, where my mind goes. So it is all, it's also a small possibility, but I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say it's probably gonna be either Salah or Palmer. Most probably Palmer, but again, anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but Everton defense has been doing well lately, though of course they haven't faced Arsenal in the past few weeks. So that would be a different channel. And Saka has been doing great anyways. I'm myself afraid not to have him, to be honest.
In the Champions League, he got 2 goals, man of the match. So he
Yeah.
got an assist as well. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, looks good. Then let's go to your team, Michael.
Yeah. So My team this week, it was a small-ish red arrow. I think it was about 200, 300,000 ranked down. The Salah, not playing because of the postponement, that threw off my thinking. When I went full differential and went to Watkins as captain, thinking, he got a 12 point in the last game, but this one, saw the team sheet, he started on the bench, scored 1 point, which didn't go well. I'm just thankful that Palmer and Bruno at least got some return that salvaged some points in the team. While my defense is just there. Yeah, don't know exactly what's happened with them. And Mazraoui is, I expected him to start most games on under the new manager, but he seems to be getting subbed off early, like in the 55th minute or 60th minute, or he's just starting on the bench. So he's probably one of the players that needs to go in my team. And my bench all did not return.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, it was quite unlucky as we discussed with Watkins. Like he was definitely a good captain choice, but something is definitely wrong with him. I think he has some injury as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he got an injury midweek. Well, I didn't exactly see what happened.
Just when they were playing, I'm like, oh, he's on the bench. I'm like, oh, please don't let him go on. I mean, let Michael have the PALMER points, but then
Yeah,
he came on and did nothing.
that would have been so good if he didn't come on at all.
Yeah, PALMER vice captain, would have been splendid. And yeah, I mean, like said, Majral, we even spoke about him last week. Looks like
Yeah,
he's gonna be a headache.
yeah,
I guess we'll discuss that in your bus team that you're gonna transfer him
yeah.
out of. Uh,
You
Yep.
definitely was right last week, Daniel, about that.
All right, let's look at your bus team then.
Yeah. So my bus team for this week, the defense is staying similar to last week. The only change is Mazraoui on the bench and Davis, Aina, and Aitnori starting. I'm starting Henderson this week instead of Sells, even though I think it's a toss-up. For my midfield and my forwards, nothing has changed from last week, except for Watkins being transferred out and Jackson coming in. And Salah currently is my captain, which most likely I would be changing it, but I'll see all the team list and who's starting and who's not starting and see how we go from there.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, I think it's so close between Salah and Palmer. Like I was confident on Palmer throughout the week, but these injury news about Fulham are making it quite close.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
definitely.
sure they have Messi suspended and Anderson is injured, so very good for Salah. I see you bench Mazraoui. I mean, you can keep him there for now. I don't know if
Yeah.
you drive to see what's going on, but are you planning on selling him or is he like, no?
Yeah, so I'm definitely planning on selling him. It's just depends on who I'm going to sell him for. Because at the moment, I have a lot of thoughts on who to bring in, like Cortez, Timber, or Cucurella from Chelsea. So depending on who I go for, I may need to trade out, say, Smith Rowe or another player to get, a Timber or one that is above 6.0.
Makes
But he's
sense.
definitely on my list to trade out either this week or next week.
And one more thing, since we recorded yesterday, we spoke about Enzo on here and how he
Yeah.
plays for Chelsea. Have you been swayed to transfer Smith Rowe out for him or not? Not yet?
Yeah, so if I was going to get, say, an Arsenal defender like Timber or Gabriel, for example, then Enzo is a very tempting option to get for Smith Rowe. So I'm still deciding on that, on whether I have a sideways pay to Cortez or Cucurella, or I trade out, upgrade to a better defender and get Enzo this week. for next week.
Yeah, but the issue, like I mean, was spoke about earlier. Imagine you do get Enzo this week for Smith Rowe. Who will you be benching? Enzo, Pedro, Cunha.
Probably Pedro is the one that I would be benching out of the front three.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And also, Michael, because Cells has the home fixture, are you tempted to play him over Henderson?
So I would prefer almost all my players playing home, but
Mm.
even if Watkins is not playing for Aston Villa, they have
Mm.
Durant, so
Yeah.
they still have so much attacking option that as good as the defense of Nottingham Forest is, I don't know if they would be able to stop those goals coming in. Where for Brighton, I know they have Pedro or Matoma, for example.
Mhm.
They might have a better chance of doing something there. But we'll
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Yeah, makes sense. Completely makes sense. Yeah, but I think you are in a strong position to roll even because I wouldn't rule out like Davis getting something against Wolves as well with how bad Wolves have been.
Yeah, their defense has been horrible.
Yeah. All right, then let's go to my team. So Flecken, the star boy of the week, getting an assist. And basically, I tweeted about it. I don't like this assist points for everyone being just 3 points. What are your thoughts on that, Michael?
I mean, they should have it more points. They should be like, maybe 5 points for an assist.
Yeah.
And what's the current points for a goal? For goalkeepers, is that still 6?
Then
It's 10.
Oh, it's 10? Okay, that can stay the same. But
Yeah.
for assists, it should rise more.
Yeah. I mean, in a season, I don't think we see more than like 5 assists for a goalkeeper. Maybe even less.
and goals,
So yeah.
probably 1, right? Maximum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually it's 0, but I mean, last year Allison scored, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was a good goal.
Well, the year before, but I mean, he scored in recent time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. All right. Then Gabriel didn't come on. So still have to figure out what's the issue with him. But in a way, generally happy with the double Arsenal defense with Timber also in there. Aitnouri and Lewis both got attacking returns. I mean, we have those two for attacking returns, so it's good that they got something. But Lewis, unfortunately, became too happy with the attacking return and pissed the referee off, got the red card, and then got suspended as well. Uh, Palmer, huge haul, 18 points. Didn't really consider him for captain. And to be honest, like it feels like these are also points that are getting taken away because I own Haaland. Like if I hadn't owned Haaland, then I would have most certainly captained Palmer after Salah because I don't have Saka and Watkins also. So Palmer was the only choice after
if
Haaland.
you don't have Haaland, you probably have Saka.
Yeah, but even then, last week I was not considering Saka. So Palmer was basically after Haaland for me.
Makes sense.
And
So,
then Mitoma is someone I got in for Mbumo. Didn't turn out well. Mbumo got the goal and assist. Could have scored more. So lucky there, or maybe unlucky, I don't know. And I don't think he had a great, even after this whole performance, I don't think he had a great XG or great numbers there. So I still not too repenting that transfer. I think it had to be made at some point. And of course, Brentford are too good at home. So glad to hold Visa, who also got a goal. 7 points, Pedro blanked and Semenyo blanked. So let's see how the guys return in the next game week. Yeah, then looking at my bus team. So Flecken, Gabriel, Aitnouri, Timber. So again, double Arsenal defense against Everton at home. Pretty much one of the best fixtures, especially if they put TCL in front. So, really happy with the defense there. But let's see how, like, whether Gabriel turns up or not. And hopefully Timber should be fine now, I think. But let's see how it goes. Because, of course, if both of them don't turn, then I am in big, big trouble. Like, I'll have only one defender, Ait Nouri, and you wouldn't want to rest your defense on Ait Nouri completely. So, Flecken
That's
has a
true.
tough fixture, but it doesn't matter with Flecken. Flecken, basically, we talk about fixture proof. I think Flecken is fixture proof. He would never get you points. So, so it doesn't matter that much. Palmer is the captain for me this week. Um, a lot of people in the community are talking about Palmer being a captaincy choice because he scored 2 penalties last week and people getting influenced by it. But I don't think that's a reason at all. Like, Palmer is playing Brentford. Brentford have been like horrible in defense, especially when it's away games. I think he is a very, very good captain. And of course, another captaincy choice is Salah. Fulham has been good. Last week itself, they took away points from Arsenal. Fulham has been really good. Yes, there is a suspension for Basse and injury as well. But I still think Robinson and other people in the team, and also as a manager, like Fulham are doing quite good. So it could be a frustrating game for Salah. So I'm more or less like 70 to 80% on Palmer at the moment, just going with what we know about the two teams that they are facing. Then Semenyo West Ham at home, good fixture. Midoma got him in last week. Palace may not be the easiest, but I still think it's a good fixture when it's at home for Brighton, because Brighton has been quite good. I mean, was it last week or last week when they were second in the table, like mid week? So they are doing really good. Let's hope my double Brighton attack could get some returns. Then Haaland facing Manchester United. I have good hopes from Haaland this week, because Man United, even though attacking wise they are good, but I think Amorim still has to figure things out in defense. And I think it's City home, so let's hope City can at least start reviving their campaign, because they are at the moment quite bad. Like just one win in the last 10 games. So let's see how it goes. Then Visa to complete the attack.
Yeah, just about Salah. I mean, we say that I feel like every week, like, oh, he might have a tough game, and then he gets 2 returns.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he also has. I mean, we've spoken about it plenty. Like, he's gotten double digits returns like in the last what 7, 8 games. Like one of them was a 9. So yeah, I mean, you said it already, Pulkit. Like they can both get like 15 points.
Exactly.
They probably would both get around the same. So I don't think there's a wrong choice here between Palmer and Salah.
Yeah.
But outside of them, it's gonna be like a differential if someone does go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the EOs effective ownerships will going to be above 100% this week.
Mhm.
And with Salah, like for example, with Salah, even though he has a quiet first half, he is most likely going to get that 1 or 2 goals or assists in the second half, which he's done in almost every game this season, where his second half is much better than the first.
Yeah, as you said, Daniel, like the guy has like 8 or 9 double returns in the last 9 games or something. So
Yes.
he's really crazy. But I think on paper we would say Brentford is rather a easier fixture than
Yeah.
full. Yeah. So at the moment, I guess we can just follow what we feel like, because there is no right or wrong over here. And it could be both Hall, it could be like there could be a swing as well, which would be perfect FPL. But more surprising would be if both end up blanking or something like that.
True.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we are good. Any other point that you'd like to discuss? Maybe one of the things that I'm seeing quite a lot is Cunha being sold despite having easier fixtures. And we discussed this in our previous recording as well, but I found out that Cunha and Isak have almost like similar or identical fixtures, more or less, in the next 5. Like the same teams, maybe the home and away thing is a bit different, but the teams that they are facing, the next 5 are exactly the same, which is why Isak because he seems to be a better asset on paper than Cunha. So people are not thinking about the fixtures for Cunha and just going ahead with Isak.
What's the price difference between them?
It's around 1.3 or 1.4. So Cunha is at 7.1 and Isak is at 8.6. So that's
Okay.
about 1.5, sorry, difference.
So if you do want to do that move, I mean, you're either gonna have money in the bank or you have to downgrade somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I think downgrading with Enzo now an option maybe is slightly easier, especially for those who have Mbumo still.
I think the people who have Mbemo are gonna hold on to him because of what he did last week. I mean, I hope they do. I don't think he's been a good asset recently, or he might prove me wrong. But yeah, I feel like they're gonna stick on to him at least for one more week.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with Mbumo is that if you stick around for one more week, then he has a home fixture. And then you are tempted to hold him again.
Yeah, I guess you're the second.
Yeah. And Mbumo is, if I'm not wrong, he's the fourth highest scoring midfielder in the game at the moment.
Yes, he is. Yeah, 96 points in total.
Where's Bruno? Is he like under him?
Bruno is, I think, top 10.
Oh, okay, not even. Sorry.
Yeah, he is ninth best at the moment. But that's because he had like the first 6, 7 games, it was not really great. I think the last 5 games where he's got good returns since
Yeah.
game week 11, 17, 10, 9, 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
and 2 blanks. So, which is pretty good.
His form is good, yeah.
Yeah.
And for United, I think even Rasmus is gaining some form. If I'm not wrong, in the midweek game, Rasmus scored maybe 2 goals even, but at least one definitely. They won 2-1, right?
And how
Yeah,
is it
2-1. He scored like, yeah, sorry, wrong, Rasmus. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize you were using the first name. I thought you were using, yeah. So I was like, who's Rasmus? But all good, yeah.
He's scoring with yeah, no, I mean, and he also scored last weekend, so he's
Yeah.
a good asset. I don't know how much he cost, maybe like 7 million.
6.9 now.
Okay, he dropped, yeah. But no, he's
Yeah.
good. He has to keep doing well.
Yeah. Because I did think about him at the start of the season, but he wasn't really played much with previous managers. But now he seems to be scoring goals for fun. He may be starting more often in the next few weeks and could be a good buy and differential.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and especially with Amorim, like in Sporting, there was Gyökeres. I might be butchering his name, but basically the striker was scoring goals for fun even there. So I think Amorim's system suits the striker. And I think with Højlund, it would be the same thing. Like if he can get the service, then he can deliver.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, then I guess we covered everything. Thanks everyone for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe.